that is good also, and this is good from the university part. The students are getting very good package when they go for job. Packages
Okay, it
around
is
many
helping
of the
both the
students.
ways.
Yeah, many of the
Yeah.
students they get package above 50 lakh rupees per annum. Many of them. So this is also challenge for us.
I I hope I would have been an alumni of yours. Like
Yeah, but unfortunately, this is only for women.
unfortunately. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, in this particular pre-incubation, as far as this motivational part is concerned, we prepare all of our students and pre-incubatees so that they are ready for any business venture. That means product is ready or service-oriented product is ready, and now they are going for its commercialization. So till they are going for incorporation of their company. Everything before that covers in pre-incubation. So in pre-incubation phase for this particular domain, we have signed number of MOUs with many national and international organizations. One organization is GIZ Germany there. Now we call it here as GIZ India.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
GIZ India actually funded us for 1.5 years
mhm,
to conduct various workshops, boot camps, mentorship sessions, demo days, incubators meet, and many things others, many other
mhm,
events.
mhm.
So this is basically a part of GIZ Germany program.
Great.
Today we are
Great.
in the series number 15 and we are
Mhm.
having first session of yours.
Thank you.
Besides that, we are having incubation also with us. In incubation, we provide office space, co-working space, all kind of consultancies. Some shared space are provided, and along with that, we provide seed funding also. Seed funding
Okay.
to our incubators. That seed funding is neither grant or
Mhm.
not soft loan. It is in the form of investment against their equity, so that they should also feel like this that we are a partner through their private limited companies. After that, we go for the acceleration phase. In acceleration, basically, we are working in marketing. Marketing is number one. Number two is for searching them for some investment. And then after we go for the post incubation, the post incubation we are having two ways. One is our
Mhm.
exit way, that is exit policy is linked with, and second
Mhm.
one is for the graduation. In the graduation, we can leave our incubation center, but equity whichever we are having earlier with incubation center and innovation foundation,
Mhm.
that will remain with us. And
Okay.
exit is the case when they buy back their equity also. And we
Okay.
are also having concept of virtual incubation. So other participants who want some help in their startups virtually, so that
Mhm.
facility is also provided by incubation center. This is all about our incubation center. This
Great.
is
Great.
funded
Great.
by Delhi government, and now very soon we are expecting that we will also get fund from central government, that is DST. And then after
Okay.
the incubation center, this innovation foundation will be known as TBI, that is technical
Okay.
business incubator.
Mhm.
So now, dear participants, as you all know, in various mentorship sessions, we have interacted with experts in their domain. Today, we are having Dr. Shrikant Sharma ji is with us. Dr. Shrikant Sharma is really a very good friend of mine. And whenever any help is required from Msme or from his domain or from Hyderabad, he is always there. So as he is very friendly, so I believe that you all can also feel free to contact him in his domain, and wherever you feel any difficulty in your journey of your entrepreneurship, you can always contact him. I can share his email ID with all the participants after completing this particular session. Dr. Shrikant Sharma is PhD in agribusiness management. You know, agribusiness management that has become very important, especially for that kind of continent where Asia, where we are staying with a heavy population. You know, agribusiness is very important these days, and he has total 12 years of experience, both corporate also and academia also. In corporate also, he was linked with all kind of technical domains and realms which are basically linked with the startup world. He has conducted more than 100 workshops and 10 major projects nationally also and internationally also. Many research papers he has published, and he is also very active in print media. Number of articles regularly we see in magazines and newspapers. He has guided more than 1,000, if I'm not wrong, 1,000 agri entrepreneurs. And today, what session he is going to take, that is institutional support and government schemes for entrepreneurs. So once again, Shrikantji, I welcome you for this particular webinar. And these are our students, our attendees. So over to you, Shrikantji.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Arora. And it was really a pleasure meeting you 1 or 2 years back at Nimsme. And I think I always enjoy talking to you and discussing on various aspects of entrepreneurship. And thank you for giving me this opportunity for speaking with all the incubators who are from they're wanting to start different good projects in the days to come. So really, I feel that this is the right moment, and they have taken a very right decision of going into business rather than having a job. So we'll be discussing all these aspects, and I think uh, I'll go to the as Dr. Arora said rightly. I have kept this session. My voice is on right. Sudipta, you can I think mute your mic. Yeah. Okay. So as my as Dr. Arora said, I will be taking the session in which I'll be speaking, which is applicable for all the stages of like incubation. I'll be speaking basically about the institutional support, that what kind of institutional supports and schemes are available for the entrepreneurs. So prior to this, yeah, I think all of you are almost aware that the MSME definitions have been revised. So previously, the MSME definition was based on we have two categories like manufacturing sector and the service sector. In the service sector, we said that the investment in equipments, whereas in case of manufacturing, we said the investment in plant and machineries. So based on that, we had a definition for micro, small, and medium enterprises. But now what we have done, we have revised it and we have made it on basis of investment and turnover. So which is easy, and number two, it becomes very it gives a previously people were not investing on machinery or technology upgradation because they will be categorized in the large industry. So this was a stumble block. So with this, I think that stumble block has also gone, and people are investing in newer technology. So the definition is micro means anything which is having investment in the plant machinery equipments for service and manufacturing remaining the same. If less than 1 crore, it is categorized as micro enterprise, and the turnover should be less than 5 crores. Similarly, a small enterprise is an enterprise which is having investment between 1 to 10 crores, right? Whereas the turnover between 5 to 50 crores. Similarly, medium enterprise is categorized with an investment of between 10 to 50 crores and turnover between 50 to 250 crores. So I think with this definition being clear, it's very easy to understand the other things which I'll be talking about. So friends, uh, yeah, this is very important slide. It says that sometimes what we see that a person wants to take a very giant leap at the beginning and he is unable to climb even a single step. Whereas there is a second person who takes a small steps and he climbs into to a good height. So what it means the importance of smaller steps. It means that if you start even a small enterprise today, tomorrow, who knows that you will become the Google or Microsoft, or you will become General Electrics or General Motors. So I'll also just like to share 2-3 things here. I think Dr. Arora might have also taken that, but still I would like to emphasize on this aspect that there are two kinds of business. One is an innovative enterprise, and another is a traditional business. Traditional business means like a person who has started a bakery shop. And if he has started a bakery shop and we are opening, there is nothing innovative in that. And we are making bread out of 10 kilos of flour and that we are selling, it's okay. That's a small business. There is no exponential growth, or we can not say that it is a very innovative thing. But someone who he does an innovative enterprise, and you don't know that tomorrow he will be competing with some of the large industries in the world, right? So, a traditional business has competition in the locality, whereas the innovative business has competition at a global level. And in that case, patent and all those things becomes very important. So, innovation is a very important thing, right? So, whatever business you are doing, you try to do it in a very innovative way and try to solve some problem of the society using your business idea. This is very important again. I think everybody knows the example of Red Bus, how they faced some problem of traveling and then they solved it using an app. So similar way, can you design any solution or can you provide any product which is going to solve certain social problem, right? So that people will buy your products, right? You did not have to market it, you do not have to push it. There will be a pull from the market, right? Now, coming directly to the topic, and uh, as sir has given institution support, so there are various institutions under Ministry of MSME and allied departments, and also in other ministries, which provide lot of support and handholding for new entrepreneurs, right? We know that any country becomes great not because of the big political party or maybe big population or geographical area. No, it is because of the big businesses which are located in those countries. So US is great because they have big companies like Microsoft, Google, or maybe General Electric or General Motors. So that is why the country is big and powerful. Suppose tomorrow, if India has big enterprises, right, big companies, then definitely we can become a global power, right? So for this reason, government has understood that this is the need, and they have created a lot of institutions which supports the entrepreneurs, right? So one of the premier institute is like which I think all entrepreneurs should visit first is your district industry center, right? The second is MSME DI, KVIC, NSIC, NABARD, SIDB, SFCs, Skill Development Centers, EDIs, Promotion Councils, and commodity boards. So I'll be giving a brief outline about each of these institutional support organization in detail. So friends, uh, first of all, like before saying this, I like to tell that what is the importance of basically the entrepreneurship education. Like you, all of you are right now undergoing an entrepreneurship education. So what is the importance of this? See, we understand that doing a business or starting a business is a risky affair, right? So you start a business and maybe you may fail or you may succeed, you don't know. But suppose if you are trained, then the chances of or the probability of your success in your business increases, right? So suppose if you are not knowing how to drive a car and you start driving a car, the probability of getting accidents are very high. But if you go a driving school and you learn how to drive a car, and you initially you may drive at maybe 20 kilometers per hour speed, but later on you may increase up to 60, 80, right? So that is the like if you join any entrepreneurship, like you are right now the incubator, and you are undergoing such wonderful sessions from experts and even Dr. Arora. So in that way, you are getting to know various aspects of entrepreneurship. So the chances of your failing becomes low. Okay? So and your probability success increases. So here, the DICs also conduct a lot of entrepreneurship development programs. And you know, this DIC came through a industrial policy in 1977, which was the policy document was formulated at NIMSME Hyderabad. And in that way, if you visit, so this is a state government department. DICs are state government departments, and these are located in all district headquarters, right? So once you visit DIC, there are it is headed by a general manager, and below him there are IPOs. Those are called as industry promotion officers, right? So maybe if you want to have some land in the industrial estate, so because you may require some land for starting your business, so that will be helped through the DIC, right? So and the second document that they have is industrial profile of the particular district. So I think you should, if you are starting a business in Delhi, maybe you can visit the Delhi DIC and you can get the industrial profile of that particular place, so that you know what are the good opportunities based on the industry available in those areas, based on the raw material or the resources or the demand in that area. So what are the possibilities or what are the possible businesses that you may start are also prepared by the DIC. Beside entrepreneurship development program and all these state government schemes, and some of these central government schemes are routed through the DIC. So if you visit DIC, suppose for example, some state government have the scheme that maybe for certain years you need not pay GST or your GST will become half, right? Sometimes there is a scheme that you will get a rebate in the electric bill, right? Sometimes they have some maybe other benefits. So those all schemes are routed through your particular DIC. I think, and previously, I think if you know, there was something called as Entrepreneurship Memorandum 1 and Entrepreneur Memorandum 2. These two registrations were required pre starting of your business and post starting of your manufacturing, right? So now, which has been made into previously Udyog Aadhaar, now it is called as Udyam registration. So I think all of you who have your already your GST registration is done, so you may just log in into the portal and you can do your Udyam registration. That is, I think you should do it as soon as possible. So, and in that way, DICs help you in a big way, right? So coming to the next organization, that is MSME DI. I think most of you have heard this name, MSME DI. That is MSME Development Institute. These are central government bodies. So central government bodies located in the state capital or on the industrial town of the particular state. For example, the state of Andhra Pradesh has two MSME DIs, one located in Amravati, which is the capital, and the second located in Visakhapatnam, right? Because Visakhapatnam is also a good industrial area. Similarly, in Odisha, it is located in Cuttack, not Bhubaneswar, because Cuttack is a industrial town of Odisha. So that way, and these are the central government bodies under Development Commissioner MSME, DC MSME office, right? So what they do basically, they have certain schemes, very good schemes. They help you with respect to selection of product, location, raw materials. Where do you find the raw materials? They will help you. Machineries, sometimes layout. They have experts who are working in those organizations which can give you about the requirement for machinery, the production process. Some maybe sometimes you want to upgrade your machinery, right? The existing machinery is old and you are unable to compete in the market. There is a scheme for technology upgradation, which is also available through MSME DA. There is also a scheme for quality. If you want to get ISO certification, you want to get certain quality certification, which will make your products very preferable by the buyers, maybe national or international buyers. So those quality certifications you can get it through MSME DAs. You can get a scheme under which you get a rebate in the fee that you are applying for. Like for example, ISO, then you whatever fee you are engaging in that, you will be getting a portion of that. Similarly, they have a scheme for IPR also. And in fact, NIMSME, that is National Institute for MSME, we have a IPFC facilitation center, that is Intellectual Patent Facilitation Center. So if you want to have trademark, copyright, geographical indications, and like a patent registered, so at a subsidized rate that can be done, right? Now, also what is done is they have some with respect to energy conservation, pollution control. So all this and maybe some of the MSME DAs have some places where you can have your GST registration done very easily, or maybe some food licenses you require. So they have some international development cell which helps you in that regard. They also conduct entrepreneurship and skill development programs, management development programs they conduct. And they also coordinate with the DICs and link with other state functionaries. Suppose maybe in Hyderabad, they are located in the place where they also coordinate with other line departments which are actually promoting entrepreneurship in the grassroots level. Now, the second organization or the third organization that I want to discuss is KVIC. I think it is one of the most popular name, and everyone must have known about it. So we always relate Khadi with Mahatma Gandhi, and but KVIC does not only promote khadi; they promote other village industries also. Industries like your soap, detergents, pottery, honey, handmade paper, food processing, leather, coir, all those industries they promote, right? So, and I think most of you are very much aware about the Prime Minister Employment Generation Program, PMEGP scheme that we call it. This scheme, the nodal agency for this scheme is KVIC, right? So, and they also have they also help in promoting clusters. Clusters means what? I think if you go into the bookish definition of clusters, it is the enterprises, group of enterprises doing same activity located within a geographical area, right? And which share the same opportunities and threats. Suppose in a village, there are many people who are doing the pottery work, right? Or they are doing the leather work. So they require some common facilitation center, right? They will require a center where suppose they are making toys, right? For making toys, you need to cut the big wood into small pieces, right? So they will have a common facility center where the big wood will be cut, chopped into small pieces, and then they can bring it home and make toys out of it. So that way, the Spurti scheme or there is also another scheme called as Mscd scheme of Government of India, which helps in promoting clusters. And in that, 90% of grant is given by the government and 10% by the stakeholders, the cluster people they have to contribute. And there is also something called as soft intervention and hard intervention, in which machineries are provided for doing the work, as well as some training is also provided for branding, marketing, and promoting their products in the national international market. So in that way, KVIC also I like to highlight one more thing. Very recently, I think you are aware about Khadi Online India, a website. I think they have launched very recently. And like you have Tribes India, there is a website called as Tribes India. There is a website called as Msme Mart. There is a website called as Mahila in Heart. There is a website called as India Mart. So all these websites are very good for entrepreneurs, in which they can promote their products, and they can maybe either they can do the e-commerce or they may get the market linkages. So in same way, Khadi Online India, which has started very recently, uh, uh, suppose if you are producing soap or detergent and you don't have any branding for that, so you can apply to the Khadi, you can get a brand of Khadi, and then it becomes very easy for you to sell it in the market. So it's a kind of umbrella branding which Khadi has provided to the micro entrepreneurs, so they can come together and they can sell in this very popular like online portal, right? So I think some of you may think on this regard also. So this is the advantages that you get, the benefits that you get under the PMEGP scheme. So the contribution from your end is going to be 5 or 10% of the business, and otherwise there is a subsidy component from 15 to 35%. So if you belong to general category and you start an enterprise in an urban area, you get up to 15% subsidy. And you belong to a special category and you start a business in a rural area, you can get a subsidy up to 35%. So this is the range of subsidy that is provided under the PMGP scheme. It's a very excellent scheme, and many people are availing this scheme throughout the country. So I think if you say some of the top schemes which are availed by most maximum number of people, I think PMEGP is one. The second could be the dairy entrepreneurship scheme of NABARD. So that also many people are availing that scheme. Now the next organization that I would like to discuss is NSIC. I think most of you have heard this name. It's a very popular name, that is National Small Industries Corporation. So they have countrywide network. They have offices and technical centers across the country. And the best part is that they also provide co-working space. So I think many organizations have now started thinking on these lines, and in fact, Msme has also started thinking on these lines of providing co-working spaces. Because post COVID, we have seen that a lot of people are wanting to start some good business, and they cannot initially invest on big offices, so they have the co-working spaces are gaining momentum. So, what does Nsicd do beside this is that the one of the popular scheme of there is providing market platform for the entrepreneurs to exhibit their products at national and international level. So, suppose if you want to exhibit your product at international level, so they provide you a subsidy component with respect to fare, the stall charges, the stay charges, which are reimbursable. A portion of that is reimbursable, right? Around maybe 25% or so will be get reimbursed. So it's a very good scheme of NSIC, and it similar scheme of MSME DI also. They have this similar scheme under which many people from Hyderabad they have visited Italy last year to exhibit some of the products. So I think then they have this one that I would like to highlight here is tender marketing. Tender marketing means what? Maybe if you are registered in NSIC, you get one advantage. One of the problems that MSME face is that if a MSME invests a lot of money as EMD, that is earnest money deposit, then their working capital is a big challenge for them. Right? They cannot rotate their business cycle, so that becomes a challenge for them. So if you're registered under NSIC, your EMD will be exempted for MSMEs. So I think this is a good news for all the new startups. And as per the government policy, like government will procure specifically from the MSMEs and startups. So then there is also another scope for all of you. So beside this, they do another thing, that is maybe a group of MSMEs are there. So there is a tender. So everybody cannot fulfill the tender requirements. So they will make a consortium and they will apply for the tender on the behalf of a group of MSMEs. And once they receive the order, they are going to distribute to the other MSMEs. So this is another scheme that works very good. So any question by now?
Yeah, dear participants, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask by now till this time.
No problem. I will go again. Yeah, any questions? Okay, perfect. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to start up my business with the automobile sections, like the making the cars, parts spare. So what can I do for that?
Okay, this is a very good question. And in this regard, I would like to say here that in our institute, that is National Institute for MSME, they have started a auto component cluster at Visakhapatnam. I think you are aware that that is one of the very successful clusters in India on
Yes,
auto
sir.
component, right? So in that regard, there are two organizations that help you. Number one is there is a Central Institute of Tool Design, CITD, we call it, right? So maybe sometimes for making auto component, what you require is the die, right? And making a die is very costly affair for you. So what you can do is you can just go to the CITD, you can place your design, and at a nominal charge, you can get the die ready for you, so that you can manufacture any auto component based on using the die. The other thing is that once you have done that, you have testing centers, because once you are supplying to some automobile company, you need to pass through certain quality parameters. So you can give to the testing centers, and at a nominal charge, they are going to test the quality of your product, so that you can sell it at a good price. So I think in this regard, I will suggest you that you should be in touch with CITD and testing centers.
From where I can started?
Means
What would be my initial step to do this? Just want to ask that.
initial step is, first of all, you need to have like what component part you are going to design, right? You have to finalize that. You have to prepare a project report, right? Once you have made a project report, then you have to go for the funding. So getting the funding, there are two ways. You can either go for a bank loan or you can approach a VC, right? So if you are going for a bank loan, then under that, if there is some subsidy component, you can avail those subsidy component, right? In the meantime, suppose when you are setting up, you require information with respect to machineries. You want some technical guidance. So in that regard, you can contact these institutions which I mentioned. So I think this is going to be some initial phases of business are going to remain same for all kind of enterprises that you do.
Suppose I have 10 lakhs for my startup, for putting the startup on. So, what will be the funding I will be getting on that basis?
So
Is it from
in that,
college or
yeah,
it from any other societies or something bank?
okay. So in that regard, have you prepared a project report for yourself? Now,
Yeah,
what is your plan?
I'm working on that right now.
Okay, so you know that you have 10 lakhs with you as your own fund that you are going to invest. How much more fund you require? Right, you have to first of all identify that. Once you have identified, then you can apply either through these schemes that I told you, like PMEGP or other schemes that you can apply. And at the same time, if otherwise you can get the bank loan. You have to submit this project report to the bank, and they will see that okay, whether you are worthy for getting that much amount of funding, or else you have to go to the venture capitalist. So for getting the funding. So I think Dr. Arora, you would like to add here something, maybe?
No, Shrikantji, what you said, that is 100% right. So Upasana adds, Shrikantji is saying that in such kind of businesses, now you need to know about the cost of the project. Say cost of the project is 50 lakhs of rupees. The cost of the project that has two components. One is the capital cost, another one is the working capital cost. So say it is of 50 lakhs of rupees. Then after, from where this 50 lakh rupees will come, it is known as means of finance. So in this particular 50 lakh of rupees, 10 lakh rupees is yours. That is promoter's cost. And now 40 lakh rupees is remaining. Now this 40 lakh rupees, how are you planning to arrange? Means as a debt or as equity?
Yeah.
If as a debt, you can go and contact with the bank for the loans where you are going to submit your loan report. Such kind of project report is now known as loan report. Or if you want to go for some VCs or angel investors or anchor investors, then you will have to make your pitch deck and you will have to contact us. Right? So this
Perfect.
is how we are doing. But yes, as Shrikantji is saying that you will have to identify that which component you are going to manufacture. If you really want to manufacture some original kind of equipment, you will have to contact car manufacturing or auto manufacturing companies where you will try to become their OEM, that is original equipment manufacturers. Right? Or if you want to just make a product and just launch into the market, in the open market, so that is what we were explaining you. You will have to make your project. Thank you,
Perfect.
Shrikantji. Thank you, Basna.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank
I
you.
think we can continue now with
Sir,
your
Yeah,
session.
yeah. I think she still has some questions. So
sir,
okay.
can I meet you somewhere like in the campus? Where can I find you?
I think this question is Dr. To Arora. Uh, I think this question is to Dr. Arora or to me. I'm based out at Hyderabad. That is
Sir,
National Institute. Yeah.
to Aurora, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This question is to Dr. Arora. Sir, I means where is your office?
Yeah, I am available, Upasna. On Monday, you can meet me in my office.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
So I think
Please continue, sir.
yes. Thank you. So then the other thing is that as I said, they help you also in organizing some exhibition and technology fairs, right? So using the NSIC platform, you can organize, you can participate in those buyer seller meets also. And they also provide some technology support, incubation support, right? So I think this is also one of the place. Now, previously they were also doing custom hiring of missionaries also, right? So some missionaries who are having the surplus missionaries, they were hiring through NSIC to the other people. Right? Then the other organization which I would like to highlight here is NABARD. I think it's most relevant to somebody who is wanting to start a business with respect to agri, rural enterprises, or maybe food processing. If you are thinking on those lines, and I'm an expert of those areas, so I can tell you that this organization helps you in a great way. So if suppose you want to start something like a biofertilizer unit, a biopesticide unit, a agri clinic. If you have a clinic for human beings, you have a clinic for pets, you have clinic for plants also. So animal husbandry based like cow, dairy farming, sheep rearing, goat rearing, poultry farm, aquaculture, so bioflock. So all those things, yeah, I think NABARD is the place. And there is also now a big fund which has come into that. That is called as agri marketing infrastructure. So under that also, if you want to set up a small market yard, or you want to set up a cold storage, and I think cold storage are going to be the next future sunrise sector, because you see after this new farm bill coming into the place, you have a lot of people, corporates coming into the farming, and they will require, and there is no essential commodities act to check the kind of storage that you make. So a lot of cold storage are they will tie up with the private partners for cold storage, and we are really, India is deficient in cold storage and backward linkages infrastructure. So in farm area, if you are working to make all these things organized, then I think this is going to be next very good business idea for all of you. They also support some self-help groups, weaver cooperatives, farmer producer organizations. I think you must have heard these words repeatedly nowadays. Farmer producer company, a group of farmers, they come together and they form a company. Right? So we know cooperatives has some limitations. So that is why the government has come with a company concept that group of farmers can also form a company. Now the head office of NABARD is located in Mumbai, and they supervise all cooperative banks and RRBs, that is regional rural banks. So the next organization I think I will be talking about is about SIDBI. I think SIDBI, everybody knows, it is Small Industries Development Bank of India, and the headquarters is located in Lucknow. And this, Mudra scheme, they are the one of the agency for that, and they provide loan facility for MSMEs to MFIs, that is microfinance institutions, to NBFCs, right, and to banks, and they also lend directly to the MSMEs. Now, they also have a fund, that is SIDBI Venture Capital Limited, which provides funding for the new startups. I think some of you may approach for that. They have an office in Delhi also. And then you have the Mudra, I said, which is a collateral-free loan starting from 50,000 to 10 lakhs rupees. So without any collateral, you can get this loan. And there is another scheme that I would like to say that is called as CGT MSc. Under that scheme, you can get collateral-free loan up to rupees 2 crores. But in that way, you have to it's not that all MSMEs get that amount of loan. It is up to 2 crores. So you may, if you, so you are applying for a loan which is of little less amount, and based on your credit worthiness, the bank is going to sanction the loan. Now, similarly, they have something called as India SME Technology Service Limited. So the SIDBI has this, which provides technology and advisory and consultancy services also. So they also do the credit rating for the MSMEs. You know that we have a CIBIL rating by which we can easily get loan from the bank. And maybe if you are having a good rating then of your industry or enterprises through SIDB, and then you can get a loan easier, and even you can bargain in the interest rate also. So it sometimes there is another problem that MSMEs have some pending receivables from the government departments which they don't pay, right? So SIDB facilitates that for faster realization of the receivables for MSMEs, and through speedy resolutions they help you, so that the MSMEs will not become NPAs if they don't receive the funds. Because I think one study has been done, and it found that why most of the MSMEs become sick is because they don't maintain books of accounts. They leave a lot of money debt in the market. So if SIDB helps you to overcome this also. Now they also are running some of the schemes Make in India and Startup India also. And there is a website I would like to highlight here, which everybody should visit. That is Msmb Udyami Mitra. I highlight here, that is Msmb Udyami Mitra. So that website gives a very comprehensive information about what all licenses, what all certifications are required, how to go about, which are the mentors, who are the where I can get fundings, what are the various government schemes. All those things are available in the Msmb Udyami Mitra website. So the next thing that I would like to say is about the state financial corporation, or SFCs. So SFCs are basically state government body, and maybe sometimes if I talk about we have some financial corporations like minority financial corporations, SCST financial corporations. We have some based on like Kapu financial corporations. So some financial corporations are there which help you with respect to term loan, working capital. They also give you assistance in terms of seed capital also, and they provide you some facility with respect to land and construction of factory building, purchase of plant and machineries, electrical and installation expenditure, renovation and modernization of the existing units. So they have various schemes, and once you maybe visit their websites or maybe you visit them, then you come to know in detail about your state SFCs specifically. Now we know that skill is the bedrock for two things. So if a person has a skill, then out of this skill he can either become self-employed or he can become wage employed, right? So if you sometimes you are starting a company and you are getting employees who are not skilled, and you want to train them, or you yourself want to get trained on particular skill, suppose like automobile. So you want to learn about automobiles, right? So if you don't know about that, so you can get into the this website. That is there is a scheme called as Pradhan Mantri Kausal Vikas Yojana, and also for rural area is this Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kausal Vikas Yojana. So these two schemes basically helps you to get free skill programs, and maybe through various training centers, ITIs, you can get some skill in that. And there is a website also I'll be telling you that how you can find the training centers for the particular skill that you're looking for. Then I think once you have undergone all those things, you would like to now export your products, right? So for exporting your products, there are certain organizations which help you. When it comes to agriculture, I think you are aware about APIDA, Agriculture Produce Export Development Authority, and Agriculture and Processed Food Export Development Authority. And then you have MPEDA, that is for Marine Produce. And there are also various boards like Spice Board, Fire Board, Silk Board, Coconut Development Board, which helps you in exporting all these commodities specific to that particular commodity. Like maybe They also give you technology. Coconut Development Board, Msme, we did one test development at Kerala, Tirur, where what we did is basically a group of a farmer producer company. They came together. We established a common facility center for extraction of coconut milk and coconut oil and desiccated coconut powder. So, which is low in the fat. So, which was used for making desserts, and it got a very good demand in export market also. And that all was facilitated through Coconut Development Board. Right. So these boards, they do excellent work. Tea board, coffee boards are also there, and various. If you talk about any agriculture commodity specifically, or many of the commodities specifically, then you have particular research centers working on that. Right. I know some people, if you want to work on perfumes, essential oils, and that is the organization called as Central Institute of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants. It is based out in like the head office is in Lucknow. Branch offices are also there, other places in the country. In Hyderabad also there. So if they work on how to distill the essential oils, and those are getting a huge demand abroad. So specifically, if somebody wants to work on grape, there is a national research center on grape. There is a national research center on pomegranate, on coconut. I said silk. If you want to work. So there is a Cotton Corporation of India. So there are organizations which work on specific commodities. So with respect to that, they provide all end-to-end solutions with respect to technology, exports. They provide you all kind of support, and they have certain scheme also. Like suppose if you want to work on coir specifically, coir, the coconut outer cover is called as coir, right? So out of coir, many things can be made. Like beside handicrafts, which people say, you can make mattresses, you can make boards, coir pit, which is used for in organic farming and agriculture, right? Tissue in your grafting, budding, the coir pit is used. So those things is promoted by the Coir Udyami Yojana, under which just the investment of the entrepreneur is ranging from 5 to 10%. 40% is the subsidy component, remaining is the bank loan. So these export promotion councils, and if you are really interested in exports, and then the government has also launched a scheme called as Niryat Bandhu. Niryat Bandhu scheme, it helps what they are going to do basically, they are going to attach a Indian Institute of Foreign Trade faculty or maybe some expert with you, so that you as an MSME, you can export, you can register yourself with and get import-export number, license number, and you can register with Director General of Foreign Trade, and you can start exporting to other countries. So that is the whole purpose of Atmanirbhar Bharat. I think we are always hearing that we have to increase our exports and decrease our imports. So if you are, this is also a business area, I will suggest you just take out that what India is importing more. So can you either replace it with something, or you can start manufacturing that, or what we have abundant resources and we can export to the other countries, or maybe particular state, and how you can start exporting to other state, or maybe slowly thereafter exporting to other countries. So I think in that regard, this commodity boards and export promotion councils are going to help you. Now, I have talked about agriculture, non-agriculture both, but agriculture being my subject, I would like to also say you that certain organization, if you are wanting to work on agri and rural areas, they help you. There, under Ministry of Agriculture, there is an organization called as Manage. That is National Institute for Agriculture Extension Management. That is located in Hyderabad. But what they have, and most of the agriculture universities, they have a scheme called as RKVI Raftar. It is Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Under the RKVI Raftar scheme, what happens basically, you get a if you have just come with an idea, then you get a funding of about up to 5 lakh rupees to develop the idea into MVP, that is minimum viable product. And if you want to thereafter, if you have already developed MVP, then you can get a grant in aid up to 25 lakhs. So this is a very good scheme. I think some of you may take advantage of this. And I'm sure that they are not getting the right takers for these kind of schemes. They are struggling with get good people, entrepreneurs like you. There is another organization called as SFAC, Small Farmer Agribusiness Consortium, National Cooperative Development Corporation, National Institute for Agriculture Marketing. So all these organizations, they also have like the first two, that is SFDC and NCDC. They promote farmer producer organization, SHGs, cooperatives, kind of thing, including NABARD. Then Ministry of Food Processing, they have excellent schemes that is called as Kisan Sampada scheme. Under that, you have various schemes. I will also like to highlight that. NIFTEM, it is located very near to you. It is in Sonipat. And they have one new scheme which has very recently come into force. That is PMFME, Prime Minister Formulation of Micro Enterprises. Under which, what is happening? That most of, they are giving 35% subsidy for establishing food processing units. Right, so it's a big amount, and I think you can just and they will help provide you all handholding support for this kind of and there is another organization called as Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology located in Tanjavur in Tamil Nadu, which also is this NIFTEM and IIFPT Tanjavur are the nodal agencies for the PMFME scheme which I was talking about. I think you can browse this scheme, and a lot of funds are available under this scheme, and you can take advantage of it. Beside this, there is a organization like group of like which is called as Indian Council of Agriculture Research, ICAR. So what they do basically, they work on agriculture research, and throughout country they have various research organizations working specifically maybe on various crops, or maybe on various even there is a like National Dairy Research Institute, NDRI Karnal, right? You know that they are one of the best organizations in terms of improved technology with respect to dairy farming. Then there are Krishi Vigyan Kendras, which is located in each district headquarters, right? So they also help you with respect to various technologies, right? And then you have state agriculture department, veterinary departments, which also help you. There are NRLM. NRLM is also a scheme for livelihood development. And last is very important, that is Agri Innovate India Limited. So friends, as I said, innovation is a very important component. So Agri Innovate India Limited, what they have done basically, all the innovative ideas or the research which have been published by, or which have been done by ICAR Institute. So they have brought into one single platform, that is Agri Innovate India Limited. Suppose there's a technology of having liquid biofertilizer. Biofertilizer is generally solid in the solid state, but with drip irrigation coming into the market in a big way, you require some biofertilizer which has to be in the liquid stage, so that you can save your labor cost, right? So if you are using along with the water in the drip pipes, right? So in that way, there is a technology called as liquid biofertilizer, which is developed by Anand Agriculture University. And you want to buy that, or you can buy the formula of that production as an entrepreneur. You can visit this Agri Innovate India Limited website. You can express your interest, and you can contact them, and the scientist is going to provide you all support. So not only one, there are thousands of such technologies which are available, because ICAR itself is a very big organization with hundreds of institutes across the India. So similarly, like NDRA Karnal has developed a technology of detecting detergent in the milk. So you have a strip of paper like litmus paper, and you just put in the milk, and if the color changes, you know that this milk is impure, right? So in that way, Agri Innovate India Limited is a very good, I think you should visit. And similar way, there is another organization, that is Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, that is CSIR, which has a program called as Bees Entrepreneur in Science and Technology, called as BEST, BEST, right? So this is also another organization, another scheme of CSIR under which they provide free technologies, certain technologies like CFTRI, Central Food Technology Research Institute located in Mysore. They have said that 10 technologies will be made available free for the entrepreneurs, right? They will provide free training program for that. So, and for remaining technology, if you suppose somebody is interested to develop cocoa butter out of maybe mango kernel, right? So you can, or maybe keratin extraction from mango peel, some innovative idea if you have, then definitely you can approach CFTRA and you can develop those technologies based on your demand. Now people are coming with gelatin based energy bar containing dry fruits. So if you want to have some innovative idea how to reduce the cost, how to increase the flavor and all those things, so CFTRA is the place, right? So I told about best scheme of CSIR and Agri Innovate India Limited. I think you should visit that. Beside this, because all of you are startups, so I think this venture capitalist list is very important for you. So there are various VCs which help you, and you may approach them like SBIRI, that is Small Business Innovation Research Initiative, Biotechnology Ignition Grants, Technopreneur Promotion Programs. So you can get all these schemes like VCs. You can approach them. Then I'll like to highlight some of these schemes, specifically of Ministry of Food Processing, because I feel, see, in the future, what is going to happen as an entrepreneur, you have to be have one of the talent, that is opportunity recognition. You have to be innovative and opportunity recognition. That means you need to recognize what is going to happen down 5 years, right? What is going to happen in the future. So in the future, maybe some we don't know, maybe the kind of rapid development happening. Like you are aware that there is a mobile application called as Msme, which has been developed in USA, and out of that, there is like a threat to medical professionals, because having that mobile and putting some sensors inside your body, you can know that what is the condition of your health and what all things you need to do. And suppose, so you did not visit any doctor in the future. So if 5G technology is coming, then you have autopilot cars. So those drivers are going to go out of the business. But one thing that is going to remain forever is food processing and food, cultivation of food. So if either you are into this business, if you are into the food production or processing or supply chain, that is going to be an evergreen industry for all of you. Or maybe using your technology, your expertise, if you are putting something in every sector, that is definitely going to be very useful. So for having integrated cold chain means what? Starting from production till consumer, the complete cold chain, right? Like we have in the dairy industry. If you want to develop such kind of thing, you get 35% grant in it, right? So, and this is maximum up to 10 crores you can get for creating agro processing clusters, right? So you can have up to 35%, I say. Then for creation and expansion of food processing preservation capacities, right? So if you want to start any new preservation method of specifically say fruit and vegetables, a lot of India's fruits and vegetables is getting wasted. So specifically in the dairy sector, we have achieved good percentage of processing, but not in the other perishable items. So if you are working on that, you can get a subsidy of around 35%. Creation of backward and forward linkage. Backward means from the farmer to your processing industry is called backward, and forward linkage is from your processing industry toward the consumer, right? So you get 35% grant in it. Then specifically we know tomato, onion, and potato are the major crops, right? So for that you can get up to 70% grant. So similarly, you have small farmer agribusiness consortium. They like if you are starting a farmer producer organization, So in that way, for training of the CEOs and the board of directors, you get some component under that this scheme, and 3 years salary and office expenditure you get under this scheme. And if all the farmers have, all the stakeholders have contributed 15 lakhs, maximum 15 lakhs, then the matching grant of 15 lakhs will be given to you. And you can avail a loan up to rupees 2 crore, right? So under this scheme. Now, other major schemes that I would like to say here are as I said, you credit guarantee on loans to MSMEs. You, as I said you previously, you can get up to 2 crores. Like government is becoming third-party guarantor for you all, like the startups and the MSMEs. So bank, if the bank is insisting that okay, you have to give collateral, you can say that why don't you put me in the CGT MSA scheme, because the government is becoming guarantor for me and up to 2 crores. So there is another scheme called as Credit Linked Capital Subsidy Scheme for technology upgradation. So 15% subsidy if you are making a new machinery or new infrastructure, or you are replacing your old production technology. Then for farmers, up to 2% of interest submission is given under honey mission. There is a scheme under which you are getting up to 10 beehives in bee colonies, right? And suppose in 1 acre of land you are putting 10 beehives, you can make an additional maybe 50,000 income out of it. Core Udyami Yojana, I already spoke that 40% subsidy, 54% bank credit, and 5% is your own fund. Now, I have spoken about the various institutions, some of the schemes. Now, I will also go into the e-resources part. E-resources means what all informations are available in the net, which can help us, right? As I told you about some of the session, like Msmb, Khadi, India Online, Tribes India, all those things have India Mart, wholesalers. So besides this, you have some other websites which are going to really help you. One being the Skill India portal. So to see this Skill India portal, which I was telling you previously, that for your training or training of your staff members, you can visit this website and you can identify the training requirement of yours and the training institute that you want to get trained, and without any payment of fee, you will be getting skill training. And if you are thereafter showing interest that I want to be self-employed, then maybe they will organize a loan mela for you, in which they will invite bankers, and you can submit your project report to them. Or if you are interested for job, then they will be organizing a placement job mela for all the people who have trained, so that they can get job also. So so similarly, there is I think a website called Startup India. I think all of you must have visited this website. They have very good resources for learning also. I think you should visit that. Msmb Udyami Mitra, I already told about. That is under this, there is, you see, there is something called as handholding support, SS lenders, knowledge. So some of the project reports also are available in this website, but I sincerely say that always do a very good market survey of who are your buyers, who are your suppliers, who are the part in the supply chain. So you get a complete understanding of them and then get into the business. And always it is, I think Dr. Arora will also agree to that, that getting into trading is first always good. Then you should get into the manufacturing. You start trading that thing first, and if you are successful in that, then you get into the manufacturing part. So under this Msmb Udyami Mitra scheme, I think you know that there was a scheme which was announced that get loan in 59 minutes. So for that loan, you need to apply through this website. And project profiles, business ideas, and other knowledge for entrepreneurs are available in this. Then this is KVIC PMEGP portal. So I said you about the PMEGP scheme. So you need to apply online. Most of the things, I think the greatness about this government is that they have made it online. So you need not have to go into that, and that is why our ranking in the ease of doing business is increasing day by day. And you see this PMEGP portal, if you visit, you can apply that in a very easy manner. Right? You will be also given but if for getting a PMEGP loan, previously EDP was mandatory. Now Entrepreneurship Development Program is, they have removed it as a mandatory concept. Definitely you can avail like up to 25 lakhs project you have to submit for the PMEGP. Now, Stand Up Mitra, specifically for the SC/ST and women, this scheme is there, under which every branch has to lend at least one SC/ST or women entrepreneur, so up to 1 crore. So this is also a very good scheme. And I think you are aware about SC/ST Hub scheme. There's a scheme called as under SC/ST Hub for promoting government supplies from the SC/ST entrepreneurs. So under that, that is the nodal agency is Nsicd for that, and you can approach them for that. And there is another app also and website also, that is My Msme. So if you visit this website, you can find all the Ministry of MSME schemes at one particular place. And this is available in the app form also, right? So Udyam registration, right? And you have other like quality, infrastructure, incubation, skill, all these things are available here. Then there is something called as Time IS. As Dr. Arora was saying about DST, so soon I think this will also become PBI. And there is another, like DST is doing extensively very excellent work with this for promoting science and technology students to become entrepreneurs, right? So they have something called as, they have this website that is Technical Innovation Management and Entrepreneur Information, that is Time IS, right? So if you visit this, you can get a lot of good information. And this is the website address for that. And they also help you with respect to information, with respect to SFCs, VCs, and linking to industry associations and export promotion councils. So sometimes once you start a business, you also need to be linked with the industry association. Like suppose ceramic industry association. So all ceramic manufacturers are into working in that. And that is the way you can develop good contacts, networking, so which will ultimately give boost to your business. Agri Innovate India Limited, I already told you about in my session. This is how the website looks. And here, if you click, there is something called as available technologies. And once you click and you select that, okay, this is the technology I need to go about, then you can express your interest. Now, there is something called as Ideas MSME. This I have kept it last because it is the best. So, Ideas MSMEs are this website, there is a component here that is central schemes and state schemes. If you are able to see here, and this is created by our team at Msme. And what we have done basically, we have compiled all the schemes of central government and state government relevant to MSMEs of different departments. Sometimes, Minority Affairs has a scheme, Travel Development Department has a scheme, right? Women and Child Care Department has a scheme. Similarly, there is a scheme which is given by education departments to promote edu trainers. So everything has been combined into one single, which is relevant to MSME into this particular tab for central government schemes and for the state government schemes. So if you visit that, I think you can get most of the ideas about your project and how to. Now, in that, we have given very clearly that whom to apply, how to apply, a kind of whatever information available, first-hand information. and thereafter you, as an entrepreneur, you know how to go about and how to find ways and make your business successful. So I think with little information you get, you can make it wonders. So
thanks.
yes, yeah, I think this Q&A, and this is, I think, one of the, I think most of you read Rumi, and yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Right? Today I am wise, so I'm changing myself. So sometimes, you have to understand the change, what is happening in the world, and based on that, if you try to make your business, then I think very soon we are going to hear your names in on par with maybe some big industrialists, which will, I think, make both of us, myself and Dr. Arua, very proud of all of you. So thanks, Dr. Arua, for the opportunity, and maybe if some few questions I can take, I'll be happy.
Shrikantji, it was really a powerful, knowledgeable session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm sure that all these components are going to be helpful to all of our attendees. And
Yes,
different attendees and incubatees are from different sectors. So I do understand many times all the schemes are not covered. But I will suggest all of you to kindly go through with at least with one website, that is startupindia.gov.in, where ministry wise you will find all those schemes which are available for startups. And you will be surprised to know, interestingly, that all the ministries, including Ministry of Defense, all the ministries are doing something for startups. They are having some schemes for startups.
Exactly. And I think India is slowly becoming the innovation capital of the world. And we don't know. And cities like Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune are the hub for this. And slowly in the rural areas also this movement is starting. And I think with this only we can become like a great country, which I say MSMEs are the cradle for large industries. So everything starts with an idea, and it comes into a small or micro enterprise, and then it becomes a large industry. So that's the way. And so, yeah.
Thank you, Shrikantji. And if some questions are there, we can have some quick questions.
Yes.
I'm asking if you are having any questions, you can write in the chat box also. And you can also unmute yourself and you can put your questions. Email ID of Shrikantji that has been mentioned in the chat box, you all can note down and you can write your queries also.
So it will be a real pleasure if I maybe some person write to me, and maybe if I am able to help them in whatever little knowledge I have, it will be really very pleasure for me to help maybe any startup. So
Shrikantji, I understand that you are having another session now at 5 o'clock, some meeting. So again, I am thankful to you.
Yes, sir, it's a real pleasure from my side.
It was a great knowledgeable session, yes.
Thank you, sir. And yeah, thank you, sir, for inviting me. And I wish all the best and